Psalm 139, 13 and 14, my two favorite verses of scripture in the Bible. David, the psalmist, is saying, and this is so powerful, he says, for you knit me together in my mother's womb. He says,
Yes.
You knew me well, but he uses that phrase, and he uses that analogy, and that's what inspired me to come up with those three elements: talent, passion, mission. David uses the metaphor of knitting. And so there are threads. And he says, you knew me in my mother's womb. You knit me together. And this idea of creative and intelligent design. And so my theology from Psalm 139, 13, 14, it goes on in verse 14 to say, I am uniquely and wonderfully made. Those are powerful words that David uses there. Uniquely speaks to the very specific creative combination that I am, that you are. Okay. Then he says wonderfully, which I think is great. The word wonder is a word we don't use properly anymore. You know what I mean? It's kind of become like, oh, that's wonderful, whatever. But the root word of wonderful is, say it, wonder. And so there's a childlike wonder that we all come into this world with. Isn't it true?
Yes.
We got parents in the audience and grandparents. And so kids come into the world hardwired to ask questions. They ask 1,000 questions a day. Literally. Are they trying to be obnoxious? No. They're trying to get to the bottom of things. There is a childlike wonder. And we get into the 8th grade in this country, America, and according to the University of Michigan, you've heard me say this, Mark, we are asking about 2 to 3 questions a day. The average 8th grader is asking 2 to 3 questions a day. We are pounding the curiosity out of our kids. So you ask me, how does Scripture or my faith inform everything I teach? It is the theology that God, in Genesis chapter 2, introduces work. Now, this is the God of the universe. You said this is a faith-based show. I'm going to bring it right now.
Let's go.
Let's hear it.
So the God of the universe, who is omnipotent, works so hard in creating the world that he's got to take a break on day 7. So our Creator worked. If you look throughout the Bible, just do something fun, all you faith-based nerds out there. Search up the word work and see how many times the word work appears in the Scripture. It's unbelievable how many times it's in there, and it's throughout the entire Bible. So all that to say, our Creator worked. He created us in his image. Imago Dei is what the Bible is. That's the proper description of that we are created in his image. 2 Timothy 2:15 says we are studied to show thyself approved unto God, a workman who needs not be ashamed.